Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Thursday, October 31st, 2019. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. The Nevis Island Administration will be implementing a new policy which will benefit sports icons on the island. That announcement was made today, Thursday, October 31st, by Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley at his monthly press conference.
And on the 9th of October, the Cabinet met, and the Cabinet came up with a new policy that I would like to announce. And that new policy is that we will be offering as a policy a duty-free concession to persons who have represented Nevis internationally in areas of international cricket. That is, whether they're test players, one-day international or 2020, those who would have represented us in the Olympics, and those who would have represented us in the World Championships, that you would be entitled to a duty-free concession on a vehicle once every 5 years.
Premier Brantley noted that the new policy is an excellent initiative to honor people.
That is something that we would hope that sports persons would accept, something that they would see as our effort to demonstrate our appreciation for putting Nevis on the international scene, but also we hope that it would motivate other youngsters who are coming through, that they too can access a duty-free concession, and that is every 5 years. And I could start to list them off, but we know them. They are iconic people here. They have done well. They put us on the map in a very tangible way, and I would hope that they would take advantage of this particular opportunity.
Meantime, a project to reconstruct the pier at the Charlestown waterfront, which was severely damaged by adverse weather 2 years ago, will commence on Friday. That is according to Premier and Minister of Finance, the Honourable Mark Brantley.
We have had some concerns, legitimate concerns, raised about the damaged pier in Charlestown. I think that this government has struggled because we were seeking to find the resources to deal with that. We've eventually found some resources, and I'm happy to announce today that the contract has been signed. The costs of the contract, the amount on the contract is US $325,330 to reconstruct the pier in Charlestown, the damaged pier, and that work, we're told, will start November 1st and will continue until it's slated to end on December 23rd.
Premier Brantley, who is also the Minister of Tourism, also gave the assurance that the reconstruction of the pier will not negatively affect the upcoming cruise season.
For the last 2 years, we have not been using that particular pier for the cruise season, so we do not anticipate that it will have any disruption. But that contract has been signed with a local company, Sinkits Marine Works Limited, to do the work there. We do apologize to all of those who would have complained and all of those who would have raised legitimate concerns, but we couldn't find the money. And until you find the money, as I say, money makes the mayor go. We needed to find the money. And so we have now found some money, and we are getting that job done. And I certainly would want to commend the management as NASPA, for their efforts in that regard.
Premier and Minister of Tourism, the Honourable Mark Brantley. Antonio Liebert, project manager for the construction of the Gingerland Cultural Center, says he is satisfied with the progress of the work as the facility is scheduled to be opened by the end of next month. Liebert, accompanied by Minister of Culture, the Honourable Eric Evelyn, visited the site on Wednesday, October 30th.
We now have fully constructed, with only the finishing touches to be added, our 8 concession stalls. We have 4 on the eastern end and 4 on the western end of the facility. We have also started the construction, or the covering, that is, of the performance area, the stage area. And also we have almost completed the ticket booth and the entrance gates. The contractors have promised that the facility would be delivered in time for the grand opening that is scheduled for late in November, that is next month. We have also done some extensive work in terms of the parking lot. The parking lot would be properly lit, and so you can park your vehicles there without fear of them being vandalized, because it's going to be properly lit, and we are going to be having persons there that would be directing parking. And so we decided that to put down a facility like this, we needed to have proper parking facility.
Minister Evelyn noted that they are confident the new facility will be ready for the hosting of the 2019 edition of the Gingerland Community Festival, Gingerama.
The facility will be ready on time for the hosting of the Gingerama Gingerama Festival, sorry. Gingerama is expected to run from November the 28th until December the 1st. And we will be having a grand opening of the facility and the opening of Gingerama on the 28th of November. So kindly mark that date on your calendar. During the grand opening as well, we will also be naming the facility. And so we're expecting all of Gingerland and the whole of Nevis to be here as we welcome this brand new spanking facility in the heart of Gingerland. For this hosting of the Gingerama Festival, we are going to be using portable bathrooms for persons who are attending the shows. We have bathrooms on the inside for persons in the backstage area. However, of course, when we would have started this project, we would have also said that there will be another phase. We will be building some stands as well. And so in that other phase, the bathrooms for the use of the general public, persons who are attending any activity, those will come in the other phase.
The Honorable Eric Evelyn is also the chairman of the Gingerama Festival Committee. Still to come?
He heeded to our request and he sent all these men and one lady. Come step up here with me.
We'll give you the details after this break.
Hotels on Nevis exist in great variety. The range of architectural styles are wide. Some are historic, some are modern, and yet others skillfully straddle both. Whether your choice is on the beach or in the hills, your stay would be comfortable and memorable. Nevis is one of the most unspoiled and relaxing islands in the Caribbean. Vividly green with blue skies, clean air, and long, empty beaches. Nevis has a pace of life that encourages you to stop and appreciate all the modern natural beauty around you. It's a very special place, famed for its charm and easygoing genuineness of its people. Nevis is a special place that will seduce you and tug at your heartstrings after you leave. Come and discover this remarkable jewel for yourself. The genuine charm and hospitality radiate into the unspoken. Welcome. Be my guest and do come again.
This one is dedicated to my lovely little island.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs, in collaboration with the St. Kitts and Nevis Defence Force Coast Guard, on Sunday, October 27th, concluded a 17-week summer swimming clinic at Paradise Beach. The closing ceremony, which was chaired by Anesta Nisbet of the Gender Affairs Division, saw Maurice Fifield of the St. Kitts and Nevis Defence Force Coast Guard explaining what the summer swimming clinic entailed.
Our primary role here was to ensure that the participants has the necessary swimming techniques that will assist themselves in being able to swim and survive at sea. The techniques that was taught was basically the doggy paddle, right? We know that's very basic. It's not an official swimming technique per se, but we use it so that everyone can have a basis of understanding the first step of staying afloat rather than touching the sand, right? After the doggy paddle was the breaststroke. After the breaststroke was the freestyle, and the freestyle into the backstroke. However, we went into doing buoyancy control, right? That's basically using our bodies. For males, it was very difficult, right? Well, you know, we don't have a womb, right? And for women, it was so much easy. But for some, they just couldn't float. However, they did float. And after floating, it was like, wow, I'm doing it. So I must say, y'all captured the essence of the techniques.
Also participating in the summer swimming clinic were Lorraine Archibald, the coordinator of the Gender Affairs Division, Shalissa Martin Clark, acting permanent secretary in the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs, and the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, Junior Minister of Health and Gender Affairs.
some time ago, we had an initial training or swimming clinic, and for some reason, it was aborted in midstream, but the interest was there, and so persons continued to ask for a new session. And so when I asked Anesta to organize this session, I knew that persons who were interested will be back in their numbers. I want to place on record my profound thanks to the facilitators. Kindly take back to Major Walter Bass our profound thanks. He heeded to our request, and he sent all these men and one lady, come step up here with me, to assist us in this very important venture.
Bronte Swanson Hendrickson and Pedro Jeffers gave testimonials about their experience at the summer swimming clinic.
I came to this swimming clinic as a beginner, and by beginner I mean beginner. I couldn't swim at all. I couldn't float. In fact, the only thing I could do was sink. That's right. No matter how hard I tried, I just kept going under the water. I just wasn't staying up. It was enough to make me feel frustrated, but I knew that I wanted to learn to swim, and with the encouragement of the coaches from the St. Kitts Nevis Defense Force Coast Guard and the other participants in the clinic, I tried my best to be patient, to not get frustrated, and to relax. But with each week, I found that I was getting better, and with each passing session, there was some improvement.
The swim clinic, it has been one heck of a learning experience for me, as expressed by everyone else. Not just the swimming techniques, but there are a number of things that I can take away from it that I can apply to my life. There was one day that I came here, I was so frustrated that I was not getting in a particular discipline. And then one of the fellow participants came up to me and said, "Don't worry about it, be patient, keep practicing, and you'll get it." And that's another thing that came out of the swim clinic, the camaraderie that now exists among us.
That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.